Class 11th, subject physics, practical experiment number 1, use of Vernier calipers. Use of Vernier calipers. Aim of the experiment is to determine volume of a solid sphere and a hollow cylinder by using Vernier calipers. So with the help of Vernier caliper, we have to determine the volume of a solid sphere and a hollow cylinder. For this experiment, the required apparatus are Vernier calipers, solid sphere and hollow cylinder. And so the required apparatus is Vernier caliper. So this is the Vernier caliper. Then a solid sphere. Here there will be a solid sphere. A solid sphere will be required. Then the cylinder, this will be the hollow cylinder. So it is hollow cylinder which is required. So for this hollow cylinder as well as solid sphere, we have to determine the volume, and therefore the diagram is as shown. So if you consider the Vernier caliper, it will be having its different parts. These two are the jaws of the Vernier caliper, in which that sphere is held. So these are the two jaws. Then these are the two ears, or sometimes called as horns of this Vernier caliper. हे त्या वर्नियर कॅलिपरच्या दोन जॉज आहेत ज्याच्यामध्ये आपण एखादा ऑब्जेक्ट होल्ड करू शकतो. म्हणजेच या जॉजच्या साहाय्याने आउटर मेजरमेंट्स ऑफ एनी ऑब्जेक्ट वी कॅन टेक. परंतु या ठिकाणी हे जे इयर्स आहेत किंवा त्यांना हॉर्न्स म्हटलं जातं, या इयर्स किंवा हॉर्नच्या साहाय्याने इनर मेजरमेंट विल बी टेकन. फॉर एक्झाम्पल, इनर डायमीटर ऑफ द सिलेंडर. या ठिकाणी आउटर डायमीटर ऑफ द सिलेंडर किंवा आउटर डायमीटर ऑफ द सॉलिड स्पियर हे या जॉजच्या साहाय्याने घेतले जातील. तर इनर मेजरमेंट जे आहेत म्हणजेच इनर डायमीटर ऑफ द हॉलो सिलेंडर, त्याच्यासाठी आपणाला या हॉर्न्स किंवा इयरचा वापर करावा लागेल. त्यानंतर या व्हर्नियर कॅलिपरला दोन प्रकारचे स्केल आहेत. एक म्हणजे हे 0 पासून 12 सेंटीमीटरपर्यंत मार्क केलेलं असेल, ते म्हणजे मेन स्केल असेल, विच इज ऑलवेज मार्क्ड इन टर्म्स ऑफ सेंटीमीटर. आणि दुसरं हे जे स्केल असेल या ठिकाणी छोटं स्केल असेल, विंडो टाईप, की जे या मेन स्केलवरती आपण स्लाइड करू शकतो. त्या स्केलला म्हटलं जातं व्हर्नियर स्केल. मेन स्केल हे सेंटीमीटर्समध्ये मार्क केलेलं असेल, तर हे व्हर्नियर स्केल जे आहे त्याच्यावरती फक्त डिव्हिजन्स असतात, तर ते या पद्धतीने इथं दाखवलेलं असेल. हे जे मेन स्केल आहे ते सेंटीमीटरमध्ये मार्क केलेलं असेल आणि याच्यावरती मात्र त्या ठिकाणी डिव्हिजन्स असतील 0 पासून 10 पर्यंत, म्हणजेच एकूण 11 लाईन असतील. त्यामुळे पहिली लाईन 0ची आणि त्याच्यानंतर 1 2 3 4 अप टू 10 डिव्हिजन्स विल बी देअर. आणि म्हणून दुसरी डायग्राम जी दाखवलेली आहे त्याच्यामध्ये व्हर्नियर कॅलिपरच्या साहाय्याने आपण इनर डायमीटर मेजर करू शकतो. या डायग्राममध्ये त्या ठिकाणी एक बिकर दाखवलेला आहे आणि तो बिकर आपण इयर्सच्या किंवा हॉर्नच्या साहाय्यानं त्या ठिकाणी तो मेजरमेंट घेण्यासाठी फिट केलेला आहे, की त्याच्यामुळं आपण इनर डायमीटर ऑफ दॅट बिकर मेजर करू शकतो. आणि म्हणून अशा प्रकारचं जे व्हर्नियर कॅलिपर जे आहे त्याच्यासाठी हे दोन जे आहेत त्याचे जॉज आहेत, हे दोन जे आहेत त्याचे इयर्स किंवा हॉर्न्स आहेत. याच्यावरती ते मेन स्केल आहे, हे 12 सेंटीमीटरपर्यंत त्या ठिकाणी मार्क केलेलं असेल, हे त्या ठिकाणी मेन स्केल आहे. तर ही छोटीशी जी विंडो दिसते या ठिकाणी, ही छोटीशी विंडो म्हणजेच या ठिकाणी असणारं हे जे स्केल आहे ते म्हणजे व्हर्नियर स्केल. या व्हर्नियर स्केलवरती एकूण त्या ठिकाणी 11 लाईन असतील आणि म्हणजेच 10 डिव्हिजन असतील. मग अशा प्रकारचं जे व्हर्नियर कॅलिपर आहे, या व्हर्नियर कॅलिपरचं आता या ठिकाणी बरोबर लाईन दिसत आहेत आपणाला. मेन स्केल जे आहे ते आतील स्केल आहे, ते सेंटीमीटरमध्ये 1 2 3 4 या पद्धतीनं मार्क केलेलं आहे. तर या ठिकाणी जे व्हर्नियर स्केल आहे, या व्हर्नियर स्केलवरती या ठिकाणी आपणाला या डिव्हिजन दिसत आहेत व्हर्नियर स्केलवरती. तर या डिव्हिजन ज्या आहेत त्या या डिव्हिजन्स या ठिकाणी दिसत आहेत आपणाला. या एकूण 11 लाईन आहेत, म्हणजेच 10 त्या ठिकाणी डिव्हिजन असतील. मग अशा प्रकारचा जो व्हर्नियर कॅलिपर आहे, विथ द हेल्प ऑफ दिस व्हर्नियर कॅलिपर वी हॅव टू फाइंड आउट दी व्हॉल्यूम ऑफ स्पियर ॲज वेल ॲज सिलेंडर. तर त्याच्यासाठी पहिल्यांदा आपणाला लिस्ट काउंट ऑफ दिस व्हर्नियर कॅलिपर याचा विचार करावा लागतो. तर पहिल्यांदा याच्यामध्ये आता जे फॉर्म्युले दिलेले आहेत ते फॉर्म्युले आपण पाहू. यामध्ये दिलेले जे फॉर्म्युले आहेत, पहिला फॉर्म्युला आहे लिस्ट काउंट LC. जसा मीटर स्केलसाठी कमीत कमी मेजरमेंट आपण 1 मिलीमीटरपर्यंत घेऊ शकतो विथ द हेल्प ऑफ मीटर स्केल. म्हणून मीटर स्केलचा जो लिस्ट काउंट आहे तो आहे 1 मिलीमीटर, दॅट इज 0.1 सेंटीमीटर. मग त्याच पद्धतीनं आता या व्हर्नियर कॅलिपरसाठी आपल्याला लिस्ट काउंट काढायचं आहे. त्याच्यासाठी त्याचा फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे इथे. लिस्ट काउंट LC इज इक्वल टू स्मॉलेस्ट डिव्हिजन ऑन मेन स्केल ऑफ व्हर्नियर कॅलिपर्स, smallest division on main scale of the vernier calipers divided by total number of divisions on vernier scale. So if we consider this vernier caliper, then for this vernier caliper its least count will be calculated by considering the value of smallest division on this main scale, that is what will be the value of one smallest division on this main scale divided by total number of divisions on the vernier scale, and therefore this formula will give us the least count. Then second formula is for volume of solid sphere equal to 4/3 pi r cube. Volume of solid sphere equal to 4/3 pi r cube, where r is the radius of the sphere. Then next formula is volume of hollow cylinder. Volume of hollow cylinder, which is given as pi r square h, where r will be the radius of that cylinder. Here we will consider inner radius of the cylinder, and h will be the height of that cylinder. H is height of the cylinder. So let us see now the observations. First of all, we will have to find out the smallest division on main scale. So what will be the value of smallest division on main scale, that we will have to find out. For that purpose, let us consider this scale. Now if we consider this main scale, it is marked in terms of centimeter. So let us consider any distance of 1 centimeter, that is from suppose 8 to 9 or 9 to 10, anyone. So if you consider 8 to 9, then it is divided into 10 equal parts, and therefore 1 centimeter is divided into 10 equal parts. That means one part will be having its value equal to 1 millimeter, that is 0.1 centimeter. So value of smallest division on main scale will be equal to, smallest division on main scale will be having its value equal to 0.1 centimeter, and therefore this will be the value of S, that is 0.1 centimeter. Then we will have to find out the total number of divisions on the vernier scale. Second point is total number of divisions on vernier scale. So if you consider this vernier scale, then on this vernier scale totally 11 lines are there. Totally 11 lines are there on this vernier scale. There are 11 lines, and therefore total number of 10 divisions will be there, and therefore number of divisions will be equal to 10, that is value of n is equal to 10. Value of n will be equal to 10, and therefore the least count LC will be equal to S by n, that is 0.1 divided by 10, which comes out to be 0.01 centimeter. So this is the least count of this vernier caliper. And now we will have to study the method for measurement of different physical quantities related with this experiment. And then first of all we will see what is that zero error present in the given apparatus. Zero error. So if you consider any instrument, it will possess some zero error, or sometimes instrument will be free of zero error. Now how to find zero error present in the vernier caliper? So for that purpose, let us consider this main scale and this vernier scale. Main scale and the vernier scale. If 0 on main scale exactly coincides with 0 on vernier scale, if 0 on main scale exactly coincides with 0 on vernier scale, then there will be no zero error, and therefore we can say that if 0 division on the main scale coincides with 0 division on vernier scale, conclusion will be there is no zero error. That is, for first condition, if zeroth line on the main scale and zeroth line on the verनियर स्केल आर एक्झॅक्टली कोइन्साइडिंग, म्हणजे अगदी एकमेकाच्या समोर येत असतील, त्या लाईन एकमेकाला जुळत असतील, तर त्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटमध्ये कोणत्याही प्रकारची झिरो एरर नसेल, म्हणजे झिरो एरर इज झिरो. सेकंड, निगेटिव्ह झिरो एरर. इफ zeroth line on the main scale is slightly at right side of the zeroth line on the vernier scale, that means when the jaws of the vernier caliper are in contact with each other, at that time if the zeros, both the zeros on main scale and vernier scale are coinciding after contacting the jaws, then at that time there will be no zero error. पण यामध्ये जेव्हा जॉज एकमेकाला त्या ठिकाणी अटॅच केलेला असतील, तेव्हा जर 0 ऑन मेन स्केल इज ऑन राईट साइड ऑफ 0 ऑन दी वर्नियर स्केल, at that time there will be negative zero error. That means we can say that if 0 division of vernier scale is on right side of the 0 division of main scale, and if mth division of vernier scale coincides with the same division of the main scale, then we can say that zero error is equal to m into LC. Here for example it is 9th division, that is here 9th division is coinciding, and therefore that zero error will be given as 0.09 centimeter. Instead of that, if you consider the next, that is positive zero error. If 0 on the main scale is towards left of the 0 on the vernier scale, then we can say that that instrument is having positive error. That is, या ठिकाणी जॉज पुन्हा त्या ठिकाणी एकमेकाच्या कॉन्टॅक्टमध्ये आणल्यानंतर जर मेन स्केलवरची झिरोथ लाईन ही वर्नियर स्केलच्या झिरोथ लाईनच्या लेफ्ट साईडला राहत असेल, तर त्या इन्स्ट्रुमेंटमध्ये त्या ठिकाणी झिरो एरर असेल आणि ती पॉझिटिव्ह झिरो एरर असेल. म्हणजेच इफ झिरो डिव्हिजन ऑफ वर्नियर स्केल इज ऑन लेफ्ट साइड ऑफ झिरो डिव्हिजन ऑन मेन स्केल, अँड इफ mth division of vernier scale coincides with the same division on main scale, then we can say that zero error will be equal to n minus m into LC. That is, for example, here 7th division is coinciding, and therefore here we will get 7th division, so minus 0.07 centimeter. So in this way the instrument may be free of zero error, it may be having positive zero error, or it may be having zero error which will be negative. If the instrument is having no zero error, then if no zero error is there, then in this case the measured reading will be equal to corrected reading. Measured reading will be equal to corrected reading. On the other hand, if the zero error is positive, then the corrected reading will be equal to measured reading minus zero error. That means if zero error is positive, it will be subtracted from the measured reading so as to get corrected reading. On the other hand, if the negative error is present, if negative zero error is there, then corrected reading will be equal to measured reading plus the zero error. That means if zero error is present, it will be added to the measured reading. So in this way, zero error can be calculated. Now for this given apparatus, for us, we can touch the gauge with each other like this, and then after touching the jaws, if we observe the 0 on main scale and 0 on vernier scale, then in this case it is observed that, so in this case it will be observed that the 0th line on the main scale, the 0th line on the main scale and 0th line on the vernier scale both are coinciding each other, and therefore as they are coinciding each other, therefore there is no zero error for this given instrument, and therefore we can say that zero error is 0 for this given instrument, and therefore in this case zero error Z will be equal to 0. So as this instrument is given to us, therefore for this instrument the zero error is equal to 0, and therefore now we can study the procedure in order to take the readings. What will be the procedure to take the readings? So to take the reading, we have to proceed now. So for that purpose, first of all we will measure diameter D of the given sphere. Diameter D of the given sphere. So for that purpose, let us consider the sphere. Then that sphere will be held here. In this way, that sphere will be held between the two jaws. Now in this case, if we observe the main scale and vernier scale, then it will be observed that in this case 1.5, that line is coinciding with 1.5 is coinciding with, that is 1.5 on the main scale is coinciding with 0th line on the vernier scale, and therefore in this case main scale reading we can calculate. The main scale reading will be taken as, so in this case the main scale will be, so here we can write this as the main scale. So in this case this completed reading will be taken as 1.5, which will be the main scale reading, and then we can find the coincident division. So here 6th division is coinciding here for this, and therefore we can write here main scale reading is 1.5, then coincident division is 6, therefore vernier scale reading will be LC into 6, that is 0.06, then total reading will be, that will be the total reading, that is 1.5 plus 0.06, that is 1.56, this will be the total reading. Corrected reading will be the same here, that is 1.56, because zero error is equal to 0. So in this way we can find main scale reading, coincident division on the vernier scale reading by multiplying that division by LC, and that total reading, that is main scale reading plus vernier scale reading. So in this case again we can consider the second reading. So again we have to hold this given sphere between the jaws, and again by the same method we have to find out the second reading. Again this 1.5 is just cross, and this is not coinciding exactly with this 1.6. So in between 1.5 and 1.6 that 0th line is there, and therefore it is again main scale reading will be equal to 1.5. Main scale reading is equal to 1.5, and in this case coincident division is 5. So 5th division is coinciding, that means we have to find out this line on the vernier scale which is exactly coinciding any one line on the main scale. So that coincident division from this we have to find out. Suppose it is 1.5 and then 5, so that vernier scale reading will be 0.05, then it will be 1.55 total reading. Corrected reading will be again 1.55. So in this way this second reading will be completed, Then again we have to hold this sphere, and then we have to find out the third reading. Now in this case again, if you consider this case, again in this case main scale reading is 1.5, main scale reading is 1.5, and coincident division is fourth division. So this fourth division is coinciding with this line, therefore we can write 1.5, then here it will be 4, here it will be 0.04, that is 1.54, 1.54. so this will be the readings. So this will be the measurement of this radius of the sphere. So in this way we can write main scale reading, coincident division, then Vernier scale reading, then total reading, corrected reading, and so on. And then we will proceed for next measurement, that is the inner diameter D, inner diameter D of the given hollow cylinder. So we have to measure inner diameter. So for this measurement of inner diameter, again we will proceed. For that purpose we will have to use the jaws, that is horns or ears here, horns or ears. So in this way, horns or ears, so it will be fitted in this way. In this way that will be fitted, and then we will have to take its reading. So if we consider this reading, it is 2 centimeter is completed. So as it is 2 centimeter, it is completed, therefore we can write here 2 centimeter as main scale reading, because that 2 centimeter line is exactly coinciding with the 0 on the main scale, and therefore we can write it as, instead of 2 it will be 3 centimeter, 3 centimeter. So it will be 3 centimeter. Already here it is 0, here it is 1, here it is 2. So 3 centimeter will be here. So this is 2 is coinciding this. 2 centimeter is coinciding this, and therefore main scale reading will be 2. Main scale reading is 2. Then coincident division, if you observe, then it is 4. This fourth division is coinciding here with this any one line, and therefore it will be equal to 0.04, so that it will be 2.04 and 2.04. So while taking the main scale reading, we have to take this reading on the main scale which is coinciding, or just it is on the left side of this 0th line, and then any one line from 1 to 10 here will coincide any one line on this main scale. That division on the main Vernier scale we will have to count. Again second reading we can find. Again we have to hold that cylinder with the help of ears or horns. Again main scale is the same, that is 2 centimeter. Now the division we will have to find out, the coincident division we will have to measure, and so in this case the coincident division comes out to be 6. So it is 6, therefore it will be 0.06, then 2.06, 2.06. So 2.06, like this reading we will get. Again we can measure third time that inner diameter. Again we have to hold this, and again we can find the reading of this. So in this case again 2 centimeter is completed. So 2 centimeter is completed, that is main scale reading will be equal to 2 centimeter, and third division is coinciding, and therefore we can write here main scale reading will be 2, division is 3, therefore Vernier reading will be 0.03, that is 2.03, 2.03. So like these readings we will get for this Vernier caliper. Then we can find the length. We have to find the length of this cylinder will be now measured with the help of again the jaws. We have to fit that given cylinder, between the jaws we will have to fit that given cylinder, and with the help of that we can find its length. So like this, it will be fitted. So it is fitted between the two jaws. It will be fitted, and after fitting I will remove it. So this will be the length of this job. Therefore we can write here as, if the length of this is measured, then it comes out to be 8.5 centimeter. This will be the 8.5 centimeter. 8.5 centimeter is the length. So length is 8.5 centimeter. Then we have to measure the coincident division. So in this case coincident division is coming to be 5. It is 5, therefore it is 0.05. then it will be 8.05, as it is 8.05, as there is no zero error. Again we have to fit that given cylinder. So like this it will be fitted again between the two jaws, and then we will have to again find out its reading. So in order to find that reading, again we will hold this. Again main scale is the same, that is 8.5. Now we have to find out the coincident division. The coincident division is, here it is 8 division, so that it is 0.08, and then it will be 8.08. So in this way we will get this second reading. Again we can fit that cylinder, and again by fitting it, again I will take the reading here, as it is removed now. Again the main scale reading is 8.5 as it is. Then coincident division on the vernier scale is here 3. It is 3. Then it will be 0.03, that is 8.03. That will be the corrected reading. So in this way, by measuring the main scale reading and vernier scale reading, we can find the total reading as well as corrected reading. At last, in the last column we have to find the mean reading. Addition of these 3 divided by 3. Similarly, addition of these 3 divided by 3. Addition of these 3 divided by these 3. That will be the calculation part. And then further we have to calculate by finding the mean values, radius of sphere, that is mean diameter divided by 2, that we will have to find, that is r equal to d by 2. With the help of this r, we can find volume of the sphere v, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. 4 by 3 pi r cube. Next calculation will be radius of the cylinder r, that is mean d upon 2. Mean d upon 2, that is for cylinder. And then we can find volume of the cylinder, v is equal to pi r square h. And therefore after finding this volume of the sphere and volume of this cylinder, we will have to write these values of volume in the result, that is volume of sphere is equal to, and volume of hollow cylinder is equal to. That will be the calculation part that you will have to prepare.